Hi, mathletes. Hope all is well. Today, we're going to continue talking about division. Except today, we're going to be using related multiplication facts to help us solve our division facts. Super cool. So, let's talk about what you learned already, because great mathletes always think about what they already know. Division is a lot like multiplication because we're focusing in on equal groups. So here's an example of equal groups. The same amount is in all of the groups. Yesterday, too, in Brain Pop, you worked on repeated subtraction. Whether you're using repeated subtraction or division, you're always starting with the whole. So let's look at this. My whole amount of pips or dots on the dice are 16. So if I take away 4, how many do I have left? It's almost like going backwards on a number line, isn't it? So I have 16. I take away 4. I'm left with how many? Great. 12. I'm going to take away another 4. Why we call it repeated subtraction is because you're repeating to take away the same number. The number doesn't change because it's equal groups. So 12, we take away 4, would be 8. I almost told you the answer. So we're going to take away another group of 4. 4 less than 8 is 4. Take away another group of 4. Great. And how many do I have left? I have 0 left. So 0 left. So we think about how many groups of 4 were there. 1, 2, 3, 4. How does this help us? Well, division is starting with the whole, and we're repeatedly taking away 4. So we think, well, how many 4s are in 16? 4. Fantastic. So you worked on division facts yesterday too. So we did equal groups, repeated subtraction, and division facts. That's the review. Today, we're going to be using multiplication sentences and related division sentences. Don't worry, you'll understand at the end of the video. So you're going to be using multiplication sentences and related division sentences. But we're also going to use all those oldie but goodies. All those oldie but goodie multiplication strategies will come in handy when we are dividing. So let's talk about what that looks like. In my collection, I have buttons. I have 12 buttons. I want to take my 12 buttons and I want to divide them into 4 equal groups. Now, I'm thinking shirts, right? So I'm going to draw 4 shirts. Anytime you sketch in math, it's a quick sketch. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just to help our math thinking. Nice. So I have 4 shirts, and I'm dividing my 12 buttons equally among the 4 shirts. Now, some friends in division might do fair shares, right? Because we want equal groups. We can do fair shares because we've learned that before. But today, we're focusing on multiplication to help us. So how many groups do you see? Yeah, you see 4 groups of what? Buttons, but we don't know how many buttons. Equal, and we know 12. So 4 groups of how many buttons would equal 12 buttons? I always like to put the unit. So one of the things we could use, you could use your dot paper to help you figure it out if you wanted to. I'm going to use my fingers. I'm going to skip count by 4. 4, 8, 12. Notice how I'm stopping there because my whole is 12. How many figures do I have up? You're right, I have 3. So let's check with our buttons to see if we're able to put those 12 buttons into 4 equal groups. I'm going to just trust myself. Now before, some of us might have done fair share, but now we're relying on our knowledge of multiplication. Oh, look at that. That worked out. We used all 12 of our buttons and we put them in the 4 groups. And we have 0 left up there, so they all went into an equal group. Fantastic. Let's do a couple of more. So let's do 15 is our whole. Let's think we have 15 dots and we divide it by 3 equals what? Well, we have a total of 15 dots. We're dividing them into 3. Think about arrays. We have 15 dots. We're dividing it into 3 rows. How many are in each row, right? That was one of our strategies last week. So 3 times what would equal 15? So you can use your dot paper like that too. Circle how many 3s are in 15, or you could use a number line. I'm going to stick with my fingers. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Interesting. So I know that 3 groups of 5 equal 15, or we can even say 3 rows of 5 equal 15. So I know that 15 divided into 3 rows would equal 5 in a row. These are related. In each case, our total amount was 15. We had 3, and we also had a 5. Some friends used to call these fact families. No matter where you put them, they're in the family and they go together. So let's go over here. Let's do another one. And we talk about related facts, and you think about your relatives. So we have, let's think of another one. Let's do 18 divided by 2 equals what? So 18 is our whole. 2 would be the groups of, and we're trying to figure out how many are in a group. So just like multiplication, 2 groups of what would give us 18? We can skip count. And we stop when we hear 18. Nice. So how many? You're correct. 9. Now let's remember the fact family that you used to do. Actually, probably right in first grade. So we knew that 18 divided by 2 would equal 9. But we also know 18 divided by 9 would equal 2. Because if we switched it around, 2 9s equal 18, and 9 2s equal 18. And our related multiplication facts would be 2 groups of 9 equal 18, and 9 groups of 2 equal 18. So today on IXL, you will be practicing your division facts within, I think it's 50. So what I want you to do when you're doing your IXL, if they give you a division fact that looks like this, I want you to think multiplication to help you solve it, or those related facts here. Good luck. Let us know if you're having any trouble. We'll gladly help you.